What's up, everyone? Today I have a video about the Skoda T-56 and why I think it is definitely OP right now. So quickly we'll look at my favorite website for the game, tomato.gg. If you are unfamiliar with it, it is a stat website. You can check your personal stats, so you can check your recents, whatever else. Of course, you can also go over, and this is my favorite part. You can see how many 3 marks. I'm actually at 355. The WZ killin is not in tomato.gg because it is still, for some reason, not in the Watt API, I think. Anyways, onto the Skoda T56. So if you go into the MOE requirements, it's on the side. I can't show you because of how things are set up, but it's on the left, MOE requirements. Make sure that you are on North America or whatever region that you are from. So I'm going to sort by premium. I'm going to sort by tier 8. Okay, so the Charlemagne is like very few people have it and people have been ringing it. Then there's the Chimera and then another reward tank. The Burlesque, of course, is ridiculously good. That thing is also completely overpowered. Astron Rex, again, the reason why the requirements are so high are because only good players have it for the most part, because it's just not, super mainstream. Then we get to the Skoda T56, 3,500 requirements. Now, what gets crazier is that's low now. The reason why it's low now is because of the boxes. You can see right around the time that the boxes came out, so the 10th, 11th, the mark tanks from where it was at around 3,800. 3,800 would be the highest out of any of the premiums. Because they were offering the boxes, there are so many more people playing it, so the requirements have dropped. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it is still the strongest tier 8 premium in my opinion. So we can also quickly look over at the tank stats. Again, sort by tier 8 premiums. The Skoda T56 is the 4th most played premium. This is what I was talking about when it comes to the requirements dropping. So many people have been playing it. So many. And then if you go into the tank stats, just look at this. These are average damages. These are numbers that you'd expect in a tier 10, not in a tier 8. Like over 3k consistently. It is absolutely ridiculous. Now, sure, it has its weaknesses. It's not the most accurate. The gun likes to derp, but the 2-shot autoloader is just so good. So anyways, let's get into this game that I had earlier today. Yes, I know I am top tier. It is 455 or 456, whatever that is. Yeah, 456 matchmaking, slightly tweaked of the standard 357. So yes, I am seeing tier 6s, but that's not the reason why I'm showing you this. It's because of what this thing is able to do. So remember, this has the 2-shot autoloader with 460 alpha. I'm, of course, running full premium. There's no reason to fire the standard rounds. The premium just has more pen, same shell velocity. .248 pen is on the slightly low side of tier 8 premium tanks penetration. Most heavies have in the range of 250 to 270, with the small exception of stuff like the KV4, the T-34, the Tornbon, stuff like that. where it's in like the 290 to 300 range. Oh, and I also should mention, this thing's turret is actually pretty good too. So this game does start off a little bit slow, but that's how a lot of games go. Now, I actually missed that shot. RNG saved me there. But yeah, that's besides the point. Anyways. So back onto the track of this thing being overpowered. The DPGs that people are putting up, like mine right now is over 3,300. The closest I've come to that is like 3K. And the thing is I'm only getting used to this thing now. Like my DPG over the last couple days is probably closer to 4,000. It's just so good. Like going back to my videos on the VZ55, the 2-round odd loaders, they just allow you to dish out damage so quickly because as tanks are in the open or they cross or just poke badly, you hit them, track them, put another shot in. There, done. 1,000 damage. And you just keep doing that over and over again. Crazy thing is, this is the tier 8 with almost the same exact average damage. Sure, it has 3.5 seconds instead of 2 in between shells, but I think I did like, what, 800 damage to that guy just super quickly. So, quick tip, always try to face your front to the enemy. Doesn't matter what you're in, you're less likely to get set on fire or, you know, tracked or engine damage, whatever. So there you can see that shell velocity might not be absolutely perfect for sniping. Gun isn't super quick to aim in. But that's not why this thing is so good. So I'm at 2,700 damage, which in this thing actually is a bad game. Like, it's crazy to say, but 2,700 damage in this thing is a bad game. Because it's only 3 clips. Like, when you poke out to clip something, you're at 1,000. If you do that 3 times, you're at 3,000 damage. And the thing is, it's only like 21.5 seconds. Now, weirdly enough, the outline wasn't really showing. But yeah, he's completely in the open. There. 388 and 454. Both of those are low rolls. And that's still over 800 damage. And that bad game I was talking about is instantly not so bad anymore. Now, I don't know if that was bad aim or bad RNG, but that should have hit. In any case, this has now become a good game. 3,900 damage and a tier 8. That's pretty good, right? So I don't know if this is going to come off more as a rant or complaining or just in awe of the best tier 8 premium at the moment, but there's just nothing that compares. Like, the Burresque is good, but it doesn't have armor or HP. It also doesn't have the alpha. Like, 460 alpha is just... Of course, I'm making my shots count. There's nothing worse than bouncing your kill shot and having to wait 20 seconds and losing more HP. So coming up, I don't know if I could have played this better. I think I lost a little more HP than I intended. But ends up maybe being okay. I think what I could have done is I could have just bushed up here. I don't think the T-34 would have lit me. I think I could have backed off and fired from behind the bushes and then stay alive that way. That or moving up to the artillery and just hiding behind the corpse of the artillery. Because I started out at like 900 damage, and between the Churchill and I think there's an artillery shot that comes in. Yeah, there we go. And that artillery shot. I went from 900 to 300. I lost 600 HP there for practically nothing. So that was just bad. Also, I'm up to 5,600 damage. Like, this thing just accumulates damage so quickly. And there we go, 6k. Like, it's just not fair. I also misplay here. I should have waited until I was unspotted. So if you notice, I stopped as soon as I heard the artillery fire. Like, if you have your sound up at a high enough level, you can actually hear artillery fire if they're not super far away. I don't know the exact distance that you can hear them from, but you just hear like the low booming of their gun. And if you know that they're going to be aiming for you, you just do the opposite of what you were doing. So here I am, 22 hit points, 7 kills, 6,200 damage against three tanks. Well, 1 tank and 2 artillery. Both arty can splash me by completely missing. So this is just a terrible situation to be in. And it's a full health tier 8. Or sorry, tier 6. If it was a full health tier 8, this would be an even taller task. But it's just a full health tier 6. But that means that if he aims his shot in, he can kill me before I get my second shot off. And in chat, of course, I'm talking about artillery killing me, which in most scenarios is definitely the biggest worry of them all. Now, my thought process here is I'm either going to find the 3485M, and if I don't, I'm just going to go find the artillery. Because the 85M has the HP and he has the mobility and the better V range than the arty. He is what I'm technically most worried about. But the thing is if the 85M spots me, the artillery just needs to splash me to kill me. So oh, that's the other balancing factor. This thing is kind of slow. Top speed of only 35. Even in the heat of the moment, I'm typing in chat. Now you might notice that I'm actually running low on ammo as well, which in most scenarios would be like, okay, that you had a really good game. The thing is sometimes you actually need that ammo to win the game. Like, if I kill all the remaining tanks, that's going to take at bare minimum 4 shells. And if I miss any of them, then I have to load another clip. Now, it really surprised me that I spotted the 3485. And here, I auto-aimed. I wanted to make sure that I was actually fully over the ridge, make the shot count. So I just clipped out both the artillery before they got shot off. And I have a tier 6 YOLOing me. But look at this, I'm already almost loaded. Like, this thing is just not fair. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, this thing is definitely overpowered. Definitely, hands down. So, quick look at the post-game stats. 7,600 damage, 10 kills, 500 assist, Pascucci's, pools, steel wall, high caliber, top gun, like 2,100 base XP. Like, this is one of my best games in a long time. And it was a tier 6 game as well. Like, there's a lot of damage. I did the math. I did a little over 50% of the total damage in the game, which is just nuts. Like 24 shots fired, 22 hit, only bounced 1. I wasn't even doing very much sniping. And there we go. There's a little bit of insight as to why I think the Skoda T-56 is definitely overpowered and probably the best tier 8 premium right now. It's just the 2-round all loader, the fact that it has some armor and some more HP than a Burresque, and because it's 460 alpha. Like, why does it have as much as it actually has more than the tier 9 tech tree? I don't get it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out tomato.gg if you haven't already for stats and other stuff. Fantastic. Highly recommend it. I use it all the time when I'm looking at 3 marks, which ones I want to do next, how I want to approach a certain tank, etc., etc. Yeah. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to join my Discord, follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you guys around.